The first low sugar fruit to eat for weight loss is raspberries. One full cup of raspberries only has about 5.5 grams of sugar plus 8 grams of fiber. This means that there's more fiber than there is sugar. This helps to really slow the release of the sugar into the body, making it so that you're not going to get that big spike in blood glucose and therefore avoid the big spike in the storing hormone insulin. Because when insulin is high, the fat burning process called lipolysis is completely turned off. Not to mention, you actually are going to shift into storage mode when insulin is high. Raspberries are a great option to top your Greek yogurts with, add in smoothies, or top chia puddings with to help keep the sugar content low. My name's Autumn and I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's nutrition human performance. And the second low sugar fruit are lemons. One full lemon has just 1.2 grams of sugar. This makes it a great option to add into sparkling water or to make tea with so that you can add flavor without adding in a significant source of sugar. However, if you are using intermittent fasting, one full lemon might just be enough to break a fast. So if you want to make sure that you don't break your fast, you should stick with about a quarter of a lemon during your fasting period, which if you're curious on more of those details of lemons and intermittent fasting, you check out this video next. The third low sugar fruit is one that you probably wouldn't consider as a fruit, but it's avocado. A half an avocado has a full 5 grams of fiber, only 0.2 grams of sugar, and 10 grams of fat, with most of that coming from a monounsaturated fat source. Using avocado is a really easy way to add in both fat and fiber to help boost satiety, which is that sensation of feeling full and satisfied, and help prevent cravings later in the day, especially cravings for something like sugar. Of course, you can add this to things like salads or to your meals, but you can also add in avocado to replace bananas in smoothies. This helps to really bring the sugar content down, especially if you are more carbohydrate sensitive. Now, the fourth low sugar fruit are blackberries. Just like raspberries, blackberries has a ton of fiber. It has about 7 grams worth of fiber, as well as 7 grams of sugar. And you can add blackberries to your smoothies, to yogurt bowls, to chia puddings. I also like to saute them with just a little bit of coconut oil on the stovetop to help release the juices and put it on top of cottage cheese. Now, the fifth low sugar fruit are strawberries. 1 cup of strawberries has about 3 grams of fiber and 7 grams of sugar. So it is going to be lower in sugar, just like blackberries, but it is going to be a little bit lower in fiber. However, it's still a low sugar option and a really great option that you can use, especially if you're looking to achieve a weight loss goal. Now, the sixth low sugar fruit are limes. Just like lemons, 1 full lime has about 1 gram of sugar, and you can add it to your various drinks to keep the sugar content low. You can even add it to alcoholic drinks to add flavor without adding in sugar. Now, 7th low sugar fruit is kiwi. 1 kiwi has about 2 grams of fiber and 6 grams of sugar. Now, kiwi is a fruit that tends to be eaten on its own, but in order to help prevent cravings for anything later on, it's still important to make sure you pair kiwi with a high quality source of protein and fat. Now, the 8th low sugar fruit is watermelon. 1 cup of watermelon has 1 gram of fiber and 6 grams of sugar. So much lower in fiber, but still a lower sugar fruit. And just like kiwi, because watermelon tends to be eaten on its own, it's still important to consider the protein and fat to help stabilize those blood glucose levels and make sure that you aren't going to be really hungry later on. The 9th low sugar fruit is acai. This usually comes in a frozen packet form. It's important to look out for the sweetened and unsweetened options of acai. You want to make sure that you're getting the unsweetened acai packet. And acai is actually a really great option because it's incredibly low in sugar. 1 packet, which is about 100 gram serving, has only about 2 grams of sugar as well as 2 grams of fiber. And the thing that makes acai unique is that it also has about 5 grams of fat. And fat is needed to help keep you satiated and help prevent cravings later on. It helps to stimulate that satiety hormone cholecystokinin, or CCK. So using acai in smoothies or smoothie bowls is a great option. One important thing to consider here is that a lot of acai bowls tend to come packed with a lot of honey or high sugar fruits like bananas. So you might want to make your own acai smoothie or bowl to make sure you can control that sugar content. Now, the 10th low sugar fruit is guava. 1 guava fruit has only about 5 grams of sugar and 3 grams of fiber, but it's important to note that this does not apply to guava juice. In fact, none of this applies to the actual juice form of any of these fruits. When you have the fruit in the juice form, it's really easy to get that sugar content really high while also completely stripping the fiber that would normally slow it down. Now, I have 2 honorable mentions that I wanted to make sure I included here. The first one is blueberries. Now, the devil's in the details when it comes to blueberries, because blueberries can be lower sugar, but you're going to want to stick with about a half of a cup, especially if you're more carbohydrate sensitive, because a half of a cup has around 7 grams of sugar, which means the normal 1 cup serving would have about 14 grams of sugar, which is double some of the previous ones we talked about. So to err on the safe side, you can use about a quarter to a half cup of blueberries, especially if you already find that you're having difficulties achieving a weight loss goal. And this is actually similar to bananas as well. If you're working toward a weight loss goal, you'll want to keep bananas to about a half of a banana. And if you're very carbohydrate sensitive, you'll want to swap that banana completely out for something that doesn't use sugar. For example, frozen cauliflower, rice, or avocado. The second honorable mention here is pineapple. Just like blueberries and bananas, the sugar content can start to sneakily add up here. So if you're using pineapple, you'll want to stick to no more than about a half of a cup. A half cup has 1 gram of fiber and 8 grams of sugar. So actually pretty similar to blueberries. And you can check out one of my favorite low sugar fruit smoothie recipes with this video next. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love this science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.